are going to look at a new flat that we're just about to renovate, and it needs a lot of TLC. It's at the very top of the building, so it's the attic apartment. Come on in. As you can see, it's got some beautiful retro wallpaper. And this is the living room. Actually, it's not the living room. This actually was the main bedroom of the property. And I'm turning this into a living room. Now you can see that there's lots of, if you want to bring the camera in here, there's lots of issues with the wall. It's all damp, and that's because it's coming from the roof, I imagine. But there's lots of areas around here that need attention. There hasn't been any work done on this property, I imagine, for at least 20 years, maybe longer. So what we're going to do, I intend to take out this wardrobe. All of these walls here, they're all studded walls, so we can just take those out. Here it's all studded walls as well, so we're going to take all these out. I'm going to take all these walls out, so the whole thing is going to be open plan. Come on in. So this was just like a storeroom. It wasn't really even a bedroom because you can't even swing a cat in here. You know, you could just get a single bed in here or even a bunk bed, but if you got a bunk bed in, you wouldn't be able to open the door. So I'm actually not sure what this bedroom used to be used for, but it's not going to be a bedroom anymore. I'm turning into a kitchen, and it's going to be all open plan. There's going to be no wall here, and we're going to go right the way along there, and then put some nice new roof lights in here. And as you can see, there's a little bit of damp coming through here. Again, it's a roof issue, so that needs attention before I do any work inside, and that's being sorted out this week. So everything is going to be cleared, and then we want to bring loads of light in here, so I'm going to be putting roof lights all the way along the ceiling here, so it's really going to give a sense of space. Come on in. So we'll have a look at the bathroom. Now this is your normal avocado bathroom that you'd see in most properties of this age. It's not something I'm going to keep or going to try and restore. I'm actually going to rip it out. I'm going to take the ceiling right up to as far as I can because it's quite low at the moment to give extra space. Nothing more to be said on the bathroom. And then this room used to be the living room, and it's got an old back boiler behind the fire, and you can see that there's a lot of issues again with the roof. So that needs some attention. So this used to be the living room, and then these are all partition walls, stud walls, and this is the kitchen. So I'm going to take all these walls out, the whole lot, and to make it one big room, and then I'm going to turn it into 2 bedrooms. So I'm going to bring a door here into one room, and then a studded wall there, and this will be a separate bedroom. So now it's gone from a 1-bedroom flat to a 2-bedroom flat. And this property, because it hasn't been touched for so long, all these windows have been painted shut, so the owner that was here before lived in this property and never opened the windows. So can you imagine how hot that was in the summer? So all the windows are going to be replaced for new timber windows, including this window here. You know, it's a beautiful big window, but you can't open it, as you can see. You've only got this sort of old fan, but a real fire hazard as well for the person that was living here. So luckily we've caught it at the right time. So I'm also going to take the ceilings up, so we've got a bit of a vaulted ceiling. Those are all coming out tomorrow. And that's it really. So that's your before. See you on the other side. Today I'm going to show you the second stage. We've been renovating the property for 5 days, so come and have a look where we've got to. There's a little bit of a difference to what we saw 5 days ago. As you can see, there's no floorboards down. We've had to take all the floorboards up because there are a lot of rotten floorboards. We've taken all the walls back to the brickwork, and as you can see, we've taken down all the partition walls, so everything's open plan now. So this is going to be the main living area. We're going to be taking these roof lights out because they're all rotten and leaking, and replacing those with new Velux windows. The window over here, the church light window, is all rotten as well, so that's being replaced. And this window, this whole area now, is going to be where the new open plan kitchen is. This window is going to be replaced for a great big Velux because again that's rotten and it's leaking in from the roof. This was the original bathroom. So we've ripped all that out and we're going to reconfigure the doors. The doorway is going to go in this way, brand new bath and shower in there. And again, the window's rotten, the frame, so that's being replaced. And here is where the big difference is, where this was originally, if you can remember, this was the kitchen area. And this was the big living room. So we've turned now this into 2 bedrooms. So this will be the master bedroom. Again, the window is being replaced because it's all rotten, and the fireplace is just being bricked over because we won't be able to use the fireplace in here. And then this will be the second bedroom. Again, new window here, and that's it. So we've turned a 1-bedroom flat into a 2-bedroom flat, and all this work took about 4 to 5 days with some quite a lot of contractors in here. So on Monday we're going to be doing all the first fix, which will be the gas, electrics, and putting new floors down. Hi, come and have a look inside at stage 3. So as you can see, we're 3 weeks into the job, and we've started to board the bedrooms, and this was originally the living room and kitchen area, so come and take a look inside here. So if you can remember, all the rooms were ripped back to the bare brickwork, and now we've insulated the whole of the top floor here. Before, it would have been absolutely freezing cold because there was absolutely no insulation at all. The windows are being changed next week, and you can see we've got first fix on the brand new electrics and also central heating system. We've got brand new floors in. Before, you could, at the flat underneath, you could actually hear somebody walking across the room, and also their TV. So we've really insulated the floorboards and then put more floorboards on top, so there shouldn't be any noise at all. So this room is my favourite room. If you remember, this was a really old window, so we've changed it to double glazing because it's at the back of the building, whereas the front of the building we need to keep wooden windows because it's a conservation area. But in the back here we were able to put lovely double glazing. And this room is such a, if you remember, it was a tiny little kitchen and a cupboard before, 2 little cupboards, and now we've got a bedroom here. And I've really created some extra space there was this sort of roof space underneath here, so I've created a cupboard, so it's extra storage space, and that goes all the way along. So, even though we haven't got a lot of space in here, we've created, more space where we could find it. And this inside here is going to be where the boiler and the electrics are going to go. So everything is really insulated. It's going to be so warm up here. So let's take a look in the bathroom. Not a lot lots gone on here at the moment. The whole property, as we saw before, was taken back to the bare brickwork. So this is all going to be battened out and then insulated with insulation boards. And then the bathroom's going in here next week. So we've been on the job 3 weeks, and the builders have done a fantastic job from start to where we are now. So now this is really this hasn't changed much, apart from we've got the new flooring in here and the first fix electrics and plumbing have gone in, the new windows going in next week. But the real special difference here is these windows. If you remember, there were 2 really rotten windows. In fact, this window you couldn't really even see it was a window because it was just caked in muck. So we've changed these to Velux windows, and they're solar panelled. So when you open them, and then if it starts raining, they don't then shut themselves, so you don't even need to think about it. So if you go out and forget, they actually automatically shut themselves, which is amazing. I think that's amazing. And so, and then this other window here, if you remember, it was a wooden window which was rotten, and it came right down here, and it was actually rotting all the timber here, which you can see a little bit there. We've taken it up to here, put the new Velux in, and it's given a really great sense of light in here. This is going to be the kitchen area. So next time you see me, hopefully you'll see the finished product. Good morning. Now I'm going to show you stage 4 of the renovation. Please come in. Okay, so as you can see, this room is being replastered now. If you remember 4 weeks ago, it was all the wall had come off because the ceiling was leaking because we had a big problem with the roof, and that's been amended now. We've got new windows in here. Do you want to come and have a look at the new windows? These were completely rotten and they were painted shut. So we've got lovely new windows. Now we've been on the project for 4 weeks. We've been on the project for 4 weeks and we're nearly finished. Next week, even though it doesn't look like it, but next week it'll all be carpeted. At the weekend we're having new floors and then the kitchen's going in. So by next weekend we'll have a brand new apartment. So we still need to plaster these walls. The bath went in yesterday. We've got a lovely little storage cupboard in here that's being replastered, and obviously new windows here. Now there was a big, what I suggest is if you're ever getting new windows or whatever you're doing, renovating your property, always get a couple of quotes, because when I had 3 quotes to change these windows, and 2 of the quotes were £1,000 more than the quote that I took. So I saved, well, it was actually over 1,000, so I actually saved over £1,300 just by shopping around with contractors. And these windows are fantastic and they're hard wood, whereas the other contractors were quoting for soft wood. So just be really careful when you're getting a few quotes of what you're getting, and also have a shop around to try and negotiate, because there's always room for improvement in prices. Okay, so this room is done now. So today we're going to be clearing the room out, new skirtings, new architrave, and it's going to be painted tomorrow. And then the carpets are going in next week. And then our spare room here, still being plastered at the moment. This is the boiler cupboard. Nothing's changed really here. So like I said, we've been on the job for 4 weeks now. And it's been absolutely full on. But the contractors have done a fantastic job. So I will see you at stage 5. Hello. Please come in. I'm going to show you a preview of week 5. This is the start of the week. By the end of the week, we're going to be complete. So that will be 5 weeks that we've been on the job. So as you can see, we've painted all of this room. This room's actually ready now, apart from the carpet. And we've got the kitchen going in this week. It's half in. We've had to send the work surfaces back because I wanted the work surface all one big length, and when the work surfaces came, they came in short lengths. There was going to be a join, and I don't like joins, so we've got one big piece of work surface that's going to go along, so there's a little bit of a delay, but we'll have that by tomorrow, and the kitchen will be in. So the bathroom's all painted. We've got the bathroom cabinet in, and I haven't gone for tiles on the wall. We've gone for this new sort of splash board. So there's no tiling in the property at all. It's this new splash board that's really quick and easy to fix. On the floor, we've got this like modular flooring, which is a click flooring. It looks like wood, but it's actually like a thick, I don't know whether it's plastic, but it looks really, really good, and it looks like wood. But it'll be harder wearing, and it won't be as noisy for the flat underneath. This bedroom's just had the first coat of paint, so just one more coat of paint. The second fix of electrics is going in this week, and then we'll put the carpet down. And then same with this bedroom. We put these lovely louver doors on these cupboards, this nice cupboard space. And these doors are quite cheap actually, and we're going to be putting some diamond sparkly handles on there that will look really cool. Okay, so that's the preview of stage 5, and I will see you at the end of the week for the finished product. Welcome to stage 6, the final finished article. Please come in. So it's taken us 6 weeks to renovate this project, and this is the finished living room. If you can remember, it was all the walls were falling off. We had a big problem with the roof, and there was all the windows were painted shut. We've had new windows, and the whole place has been insulated and plastered throughout. New electrics, new plumbing, virtually a new roof. So this is a lovely slimline radiator because we haven't got a big space here. So we've made a lot of use of the space that we've got by putting slimline things in. So it gives us more to work with. This is the bathroom. Look at this little cool feature. Sensor bathroom light. This was a tiny space before, but actually there's plenty of space in here now. We created this small airing cupboard and all the glitzy handles. Look at these diamond handles on here. We love a bit of sparkle. This is the main bedroom. Lots of sparkle again on all of the handles. So we've dipped the doors. These doors were painted before, so we sent them away to be dipped and they've been varnished. So we've got a lot of character. So it's contemporary with character inside. Originally we were going to vault this ceiling. When I took on this property, I actually thought this whole room was a living room and kitchen, and then I thought we could vault the ceiling up to the roof, but actually it turned out to be a flat roof, so we've had to keep it the way it is, but it's going to be nice and warm and insulated in here, so we haven't really lost any space. And this is bedroom number 2. And we've made use of this little cupboard by putting the boiler and the electrics in there. And there's a small little cupboard in here, which it's sort of roof space that we made this into there was just extra space behind there, so we've made that into extra storage space because there's not a lot of storage space in here. So that was quite useful. And we've gone for the sparkle again. Okay. And then finally, the kitchen. And this kitchen is amazing. Everything's all integrated, so we've got the washer dryer, the fridge, the dishwasher, the fridge freezer, everything that you need in the kitchen. And if you remember, this was all, before we built this out so we could put the lights underneath. And if you remember, this was all rotten. There was a lot of damp plasterwork along here. This window used to be down here and we moved it up. And this is my favourite thing of the project. And it's these, and I spoke about these before, and I want to talk about them again because they are amazing. We just have a look at this Velux window. It's solar panelled. Actually, it's this one, sorry. It's solar panelled, and it just opens automatically off these controls, and then if it rains, the windows shut automatically, which I think is just amazing. And so, same goes for this one, this big one over here. If I can work the controls. How cool is that? So when it starts to rain, you can go out and they will shut themselves automatically. So three tips I would like to talk about if you're renovating a property. Firstly, choose neutral colours, and what I've chosen here is something neutral colours with a bit of a twist. So you've got white ceiling, but then I've used Wimborne white, which is a Farrow and Ball colour, on the wall. So there's a little bit of contrast. If you have a look over here towards the light, there's a tiny little bit of contrast, but it gives that warmth and bit of depth to the room. Secondly, always get a couple of quotations, whether you're using contractors or even materials. I found that having a look on the internet for materials, I found materials a lot cheaper, whereas years ago you couldn't do that. So always check on prices, get a couple of quotes for contractors, and also get quotes off the materials, because they can vary a lot. You can save a lot of money. And the last thing I would suggest is make a spreadsheet of your estimated costs. And because I estimated my cost, but I always estimate over, because there's always, well, not always, but sometimes you'll find you go over and then you've gone over your budget. And I was actually right on my budget, but I did estimate over. And there were things like there were other issues with the roof, and there were wood issues which I hadn't accounted for. But with the overestimate, oh, I can't even say it. It was it all worked out perfectly. And lastly, keep the builders happy. Tea and coffee and chocolate biscuits goes a long way. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next project.